I am super excited to share these tips with you today. If you're looking for ways to keep your home clean and tidy in 2024, that is what we're going to talk about. Over 2023, I decluttered my house and it really transformed the way that we live. The house was always a mess. Counters were always full of stuff. Every flat surface was covered with clutter, floors, piles of laundry. We couldn't find things, and all of that changed this year. So I want to share some of those tips with you, so hopefully you can do the same thing in your own home. Now I want you to remember that according to Atomic Habits, James Clear, he says that it takes about 21 days to actually form new habits. So keep that in mind when you're doing these things, that you don't have to do them all at once. It's going to take some time, and that's okay. That's expected. That's normal. Life happens. We all get busy. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay if you kind of forget or fall back on old habits for a period of time. Just start back up again, and eventually you will notice the difference in your home, and you will realize how beneficial they actually are, and you will continue doing them. Even if you only improve by 1% every day, by the end of 30 days, 60 days, that's 60%, and that is a huge difference, and it's going to make your life so much easier in the end. So number one is decluttering. I have to say that because that really is the number one thing that got me through this. Was we just had too much stuff. We had stuff everywhere. Every cabinet, every drawer, every space of my house was filled with things. And it's so hard to clean like that. You're working around things all the time. For me personally, I was just I would make piles. I would have to clean for hours and hours on end, only to come home and realize that the house was a disaster all over again. So for me, really the biggest thing that I think worked was decluttering. So take it small. If this is your first time decluttering, just take it small. It's going to take some time, whether you have a lot or just a little, whether you want to be more minimalist or just get your life more organized, you have to declutter. There's probably several items in your home that you're not using, that you don't love or want, or are just taking up space that could be used either for nothing, just leave it blank, or you could use for other things that you actually enjoy using in your home. So take it small, do one area completely. That's what I really think makes a big difference, is if you just take your kitchen, for example, go through each drawer, each cabinet, and just get your kitchen completely decluttered, and you will see the benefits, and that will really give you the motivation to keep going through the rest of your house. So give decluttering a try. Number two is when you're coming in with your mail, immediately discard, recycle any items that are just junk mail, shred any items with personal information, and have a system for how you're going to sort your mail going forward. Do you need to keep a small organizer for bills that need to be paid if you're not paying them online? Things that need to be filed? Just come up with a system that's going to work for you. This may take some time and trial and error, but really once you figure out that system, it's going to make a huge difference. We had piles and piles of mail on the kitchen countertop for many years. I think we had gotten to about 3 large stacks. Everything would fall over constantly. It was a disaster. But once I figured out a new system and maintained these small habits of shredding, recycling, as soon as I came in the door with any junk mail, it has really decreased the amount of mail that I have to deal with. Number 3 is have a basket or a system for when you're coming in with your keys. For us, we have some hooks on the wall. Everyone knows when they come in with their car keys, they immediately go there. That way everyone can, 1, keep them off the counters, and 2, know exactly where they are when they need to leave the house. Number 4 is to have a space in your entryway or whatever you use when you come into the house for shoes, coats, pocketbooks, all of that kind of stuff. For us, we used to have some hooks on the wall. We recently repainted the entryway, so I'm just trying to find a new organizational system that's going to work. I'm not rushing into it, but figure out what's going to work for you and your family. How many people are there? There should probably be at least 1 hook for each person in the family. Same thing with shoes, whether you want to use a shoe organizer or if you want to use baskets. Figure out how many shoes can comfortably fit there for each person, and try to keep on top of that. If everyone in your house gets used to that, then it will become a lot easier to maintain in the future. Number 6 is do a 5 to 10 minute pickup every day. So for me, it's especially important in the entryway. That's where we all come in. All the dirt accumulates from the shoes there. So if I don't sweep up that area a couple times a day, then it's all going to get tracked through the house, and it's just more mess for me to clean up in the future. So I like to take 5 to 10 minutes throughout the day, pick up any cups or dishes that are left out, put them in the dishwasher, put any items that were left out, put them away. And it just means that I don't have to do a huge hours-long cleanup at the end of the night. Number 7 is get in the habit of cleaning up when you're cooking dinner. This may take some time to get used to. You may have to figure out a system that works for you, but trying to clean as you go really makes after dinner cleanup a lot easier. For me, most of the time, by the time dinner's done, almost everything's in the dishwasher and or hand washed, whatever it needs to be. And then all I get to do is sit down and enjoy the meal. And then after that, I put everything away that needs to go in the refrigerator, clean up those last couple of dishes, and it just makes cleanup a lot easier at the end of the night. So get in the habit of cleaning as you go when you're cooking. Number 8 is to shut down your kitchen for the night. It's so important for me personally to clean the counters and the sink and make sure that the dishwashers run every single night before I go to bed. I do not want to wake up in the morning to a messy kitchen. I've done that in the past and I hate that feeling. It's like, who wants to wake up to a messy kitchen? Nobody. So if you get in the habit of cleaning out your sink, running the dishwasher, cleaning the countertops, then when you wake up in the morning, it'll be nice and clean and you can start a fresh day with a nice clean kitchen. Same thing, whether you work outside of the home or if you send your kids to school with lunches, I like to do that the night before. So as I'm picking up the kitchen for the night, I will pack my lunch for work the next day. I will get the coffee maker ready. Not only does it make my morning routine of getting up and getting ready for work a lot easier, I'm also not leaving a huge mess in the kitchen that I wouldn't have had time to clean up if I was getting ready for work. So I find that if I can get all of my stuff ready the night before, get the coffee maker ready, and the only thing I have to do is hit start in the morning, that makes my mornings a lot easier. When you have an extra couple of minutes, tackle a few small projects. You'd be surprised how quickly you can actually get things done. So if I'm just sitting in the kitchen waiting for dinner to cook, I'll take that 2 minutes and maybe wipe down some appliances, wipe down the microwave, maybe I'll clean the kitchen window, or if I'm in the living room and I'm just about getting ready to sit down and maybe watch a TV show, I'll start dusting and just get that done really quickly. That way you're not spending like an entire Sunday doing all of your house cleaning. You can actually just do small little bits and pieces throughout the day. You'd be surprised how quickly you can actually get things done if you have a few extra minutes to do them. 13 was a life changer for me. Honestly, separating your family's laundry into each individual family member. So we each have our own laundry basket. When I used to do my kids' laundry, I would just take their individual basket. I could wash all of their clothes individually, and then I knew exactly where they had to go to be put away. Even when my 2 youngest shared a room, I kept separate laundry baskets in there for them. It just made my life so much easier. In the past, I would have 7 or 8 different laundry baskets full of laundry. Now I can wash one person's laundry, dry it, fold it, put it away all in the same day, and I no longer store our clean clothes in the laundry basket. So if for you that looks like one load a day, great. For me, I work 12-hour days, so on my days off, I like to do several loads of laundry just so I can make up for the days that I'm not home. But you have to just find a system that works for you, whether it's one load a day or taking one day a week and doing all of the laundry. But whatever it is, do it from start to finish. That way you're not having baskets of laundry that you then have to look at every day and be reminded that you still have to do something with it. Have a makeup caddy. So in my bathroom, I have a small caddy that I keep all of the makeup that I use in. That way when I'm getting ready, I can just simply pull it out, use it, and put it right back. I don't have to worry about leaving things out on the counter. Same thing with deodorant, toothbrushes. We all have our places that we put them. Everyone in the family is now used to it. We've all established those habits. So now we use the item, we put the item back, and it keeps the bathroom a lot cleaner. Another tip is to take the time to wipe down your countertop and your toilet maybe every day or every other day. Now I do a full bathroom clean once a week, but there's 5 of us using one bathroom. So if we were just to leave it to once a week, it would probably be pretty nasty in there if I'm being honest. So I like to just take a couple of minutes and wipe down the countertops and the toilet every day, sometimes every other day, and that just keeps it looking clean and fresh for when we have to use the bathroom. If you have any pets and they like to go outside and play, for us we have a lab, so every time he comes in with mud all in his paws. So we just take a couple of minutes to take a paper towel, wipe his paws off, gets a lot of the dirt out, and it really saves time in vacuuming and sweeping and how dirty the couches get. We used to have this like paw cleaner thing. It was like a big bucket with water. We didn't really use it. It didn't work that great, so I am still looking for something else besides paper towels, but for right now that's what works. If you have something that works better for you or your animals, let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new ways to clean his paws effectively. Next is meal planning. How does this help with keeping your house tidy? So for me personally, I was getting really good at meal planning. I was doing it consistently. It was so life-changing not to have to worry about like what's for dinner tonight. Even tonight I haven't meal planned and I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner. So 2024 is going to be my year to get back into meal planning. But my point is, when I was meal planning, it was so easy to maintain the refrigerator and keep it clean. So by the end of the week, basically everything that was in there was gone. We had eaten it all up. There wasn't really anything left to throw away. I could quickly wipe down the refrigerator, go shopping, and restock. Since about Thanksgiving, I kind of got a little bit lazy with it, so I was overbuying. We ended up wasting food, and every week there's still a bunch of stuff left in the refrigerator, making it harder to clean. So I just cleaned it out after Christmas, and now I'm going to 2024. I'm going to get back into meal planning and making it easier to keep the refrigerator nice and clean. If you have different areas of the house that get cluttered, or you're finding that are constantly building up no matter how many times you clean them, try to figure out a solution for that problem. Whether it's items that you need to find a home for so everyone knows exactly where they go, or for example, my husband's clothing rack was always a mess. I didn't know what to do with it, so I trialed out just some old boxes that I had, and I wanted to see if I could maintain actually like folding them that way and putting them neatly away in the boxes. So now that I've been doing that consistently, I know that that system works. I like it. I like the way it looks. We are planning to switch rooms with one of our kids in the next couple of months, but he has the same type of closet, so I think that it would work really well in there. And now I'm okay investing the money into a better product because I actually know that that system works for me. So it's super important, if you have a cluttered area that you don't know what to do with, take a few minutes to really think about how you can organize that better for the future. Implement a couple of things, see if they work, and just trial and error just to see if you can come up with a better system for that particular spot. Okay, I have to say it, make your bed every day. I know for some people it probably doesn't make a difference, but for me it really does. It just makes the room look more put together. I also feel like when I'm doing laundry and my bed is made, at least I can take the clothes to the bed, fold everything, and put it away, as opposed to if the bed was not made, I would be more likely then to just leave the clothes in a basket and not even deal with them. So for me, I just really like the feeling of having the bed made. It makes me happy when I walk by and I see it looks nice in there. So it is something for me that really does make a difference. Next is try to maintain the habit of, if it's going to take you less than 1 minute, just to do it right away. So for example, if you go to put something down and you realize it's going to take you just a few seconds to put that item back where it belongs, take those few seconds to do that, because if you're constantly leaving things laying around, it's going to make the future you have to spend more time tidying up and keeping the area clean. So if you're doing something and you realize this is only going to take me a few seconds, just put it away right then and there. And the last one is to set reminders on your calendar. So for me, I use Google. We have Google Calendar, and I set reminders for a lot of things, but mainly like the dishwasher. Every month I have a reminder in there to run a dishwasher cycle to clean. Same thing with the washing machine. I have it set in there to remind me to just run a clean cycle on the washing machine. And it's just something that I don't have to think about. It'll come up on my calendar. I can quickly do it. And then again, I don't have to think about it. It's just quick and easy. So set little things like that, little reminders for yourself throughout the year. I do the same thing with like cleaning out under the refrigerator and the stove. I have it set to once a year in February. It's going to tell me to pull out the fridge and the stove and just to clean underneath it. So I really like it for that because it keeps everything running a little bit smoother, I think. So just to remember that small habits really do make a big difference. Even if you're improving by just 1% every day, by the end of the month, that's 30%, 2 months, 60%. And by the end of a year, just imagine what you can have done in your home to transform it to a peaceful and calming environment that you guys actually want to be in. Take a few minutes to really think about and envision what you want your home to feel like and look like. And I think that that'll make it a little bit easier to build those systems and those habits to actually get it to a place that you want it to be. I just wanted to say thank you if you've stayed all the way till the end. I really do appreciate that. And I just wanted to show you that even though my house is not perfect, there's certainly still some areas that we need to work on. For the most part, I'm able to get it pretty clean and tidy very quickly. This is such a change from 1 year ago when it was a complete disaster. So these new habits and systems really do work. And of course, you can do with whatever you want with your house, but I'm just showing you really quickly what my house looks like and how quickly it is to get it to this place. Even though it's not always tidy, there's 5 of us here. It is very easy to get it back to this state, and I'm never embarrassed to open the door if we have unexpected company. So thanks again for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.